Welcome back. In this section, we will learn how to write, append, and read data to and from a file on our computers. We're going to do this by writing a program that will ask the user to input their name. The program will take the information, write the data to a file, and then save the file on a location on our hard drive. We will then learn how we can reopen the file and add data to it and then perform save. We will also learn how to read data from the file. So let's head over to idle and start writing our code. The first thing that we need to do is save our file. I will be saving the file on my desktop, because the program, when executed, will create the text file in the same folder as where our program is located. Saving it on our desktop will allow us to see in real time the file when it's getting generated. So let me create a new session for idle where we will save that and start to write our code. I'm going to head over to File and then select New File, or we can also say Control N as a shortcut. To do that, let me just minimize this a little bit, and I'm going to go File, Save As, or Save, Control S. Head over to Desktop, and let me call File dash write dot py and save. So there we go. This is our Python code file on our desktop, and now we will start our codes. So here are all the tasks that needs to happen. Number one, we take input from the user. Number two, we store the input to a variable. So we will create a new variable called user input for that reason. Number three, we define a second variable for the text file, and I will call it text file. Number four, we open a file to write the data. Number five, we write the data to the file. So remember, where is our data? Our data is in the variable that we defined earlier, which is the user input. Okay, and last, we will close the file. Okay, let's go ahead and write our codes. So for our first task, we take the input from the user. Okay, and second step is to store this input into a variable. So our variable is user input, and I'm going to define, do it in one step. So user input equals input and whatever the user is going to input. So the data that the user will input will be saved in this variable. All right, so that took care of the two steps for us. Next is we define a variable for the text file. We open a file to write the data. So again, we're going to do it in one step, those two tasks that we need to do. So text file equals open. So we are opening a new file. So what is the name of our new file? So we're going to call it, let's say, sample text.txt. Okay, and what are we doing to this file? We will be writing to this file. Next, we write the text. So the file is now open. We need to write the text to the file. So we go text file dot write, and what are we going to write to the text file? whatever's in this user input. So I'm going to copy that and paste it here. Okay, our final step is we close the file. So text file dot close. All right, so I think our code is all ready to and good to go. So I'm going to save by pressing Control S. So that saved my file, and let's do an F5 to run this program. So F5, please enter your name. So I will say John and press enter, and as you can see, we have a new text file created on our desktop. So what did we name our text file? Is sample.txt. Right. Okay, so I'm going to open this text file, and there we have John in it. Okay, so let's run this program one more time, and this time I'm going to call enter my name, let's say as Paul. Enter, and let's go back to our text file and see what's been updated. So as you can see, the text file has been updated with the name Paul. What we saw here is basically this file got overwritten. So anytime we keep running this program and whatever we pass to this program, the program will overwrite the file with the new data. So in our next lesson, we will have a look at how to append data. So instead of overwriting what's on my file, it will keep adding all the data that. Okay, so see you in the next lesson.